Okay, hey, and welcome to another IC82 video, and this time I'm going to do something completely different. Well, actually no, it's not that different. I've done this loads of times. Now, if you've ever sent me a message, you'll probably have noticed that it can take me ages to reply. It can take 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes even a month to reply sometimes, because I do honestly just get so many. But one of the most common questions I get is how strong is the Class 9F? Honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why it's the Class 9F more than anything else. Not many people ask to see how strong the Duchess of Hamilton is or how strong, these little Class 08s are or stuff like that. But I get tons of questions to see how strong the Class 9F is. Now, for those of you that aren't too sure what a Class 9F is, here she is. She's the Evening Star. Well, this particular example is the Evening Star, but there were loads of Class 9Fs. This is just the Evening Star one. And there's something quite special. I'll put the tender on properly in a second. But there's something quite special about this 9F. It's a Hornby Railroad model. Yes, honestly, it's a Hornby Railroad model. But look at it. It is fantastic. Metal handrails, excellent detail, gorgeous linkage, a really, really powerful motor. For the money, it's amazing. I can't, I've said this before, and I can't do a value for money score on the scoreboard because people buy locomotives at different prices. If we take this Class 08 here, that cost me about 60 or 70 pounds. But if somebody were to get hold of one for 30 or 40, obviously it would be incredible value for money. So I can't do a value for money score, but if I did, this would get 10 out of 10. No other locomotive I have in the entire collection would get 10 out of 10 apart from this. It's brilliant, to be honest. It's absolutely brilliant. But we're going to see today just how strong she is, because there's a whole load of wheels there. There's heaps of weight to it, really heavy, no traction tyres, so we're going to just see how strong she is and what she can pull. So I'm just going to get the tender hooked on properly. It's a little bit fiddly. You have to kind of slide it underneath the rest of the locomotive. There we go. So that's on. Oh, just look at that. Isn't she gorgeous? She really is. So yeah, there's loads of 9Fs you can get. There's a Railroad black one as well, and Bachmann do some premium ones. So if you can get hold of a premium Bachmann one, well, all the better. But usually they're quite a lot. Usually they're £100 or more. Whereas these, you can pick them up from 60, 70 at the most. So yeah. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant models, and we're going to see just how strong she is. So how should I do that? How should I do that then? What shall we test? Shall we get the famous Dapol Megaboxes out? I think we're going to have to at some point, aren't we? And I had lots and lots of criticism when we tested the Black 5, because the Dapol Megaboxes were put on the back of the train, right at the back, which is obviously going to put loads of stress on the couplings. But I wanted to do that. That was deliberate. That wasn't just a mistake on my part. I did that deliberately to see if it could handle it. And, well, it couldn't. But let's put the Dapol Megaboxes on the back of this Evening Star. Now, I know it's not prototypical. We know that. But then if we're going to be technical, giant clumps of blue tack holding track onto a piece of conservatory floor isn't prototypical either. So we won't over worry about that, will we? I'll go get the Dapol Megaboxes then and hook them up. Let's just get her to drive out of the way. Now the Dapol Megaboxes are famous, aren't they? They're really, really heavy. Here's one. Weighs a ton. Well, actually it doesn't, but it's pretty heavy. Yeah, pretty heavy. Now, they are filled with an unrealistic load. It literally is spare gravel from the garden, but it makes the wagon really, really heavy. what I will do with them at some point in the future is actually replace the gravel with a more realistic load of scrap metal. I've been looking into how to do that, and I think it would look really rather cool if I had something like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these full of lots of scrap metal. I think that would be brilliant. So let's just put them on full of gravel for now, just so that we can test this Black 5. Black 5! And just so that we can test this 9F. This Class 9F Evening Star. Now they were called 9Fs. They were designated 9 because of how strong they were. So hopefully the model will live up to its real counterpart, its real life counterpart, and be dead strong. Okay, so let's get her back onto those. Well, she can move those easily, can't she? Let's get her to pull them off the camera, out of shot. Yeah, she's coping with them, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Very little effort required. Now, what next? Well, we could put on a load more wagons, which, well, I don't really see the point in doing that, to be honest, because the wagons aren't very heavy. I could put on some coaches. How about what if I put on all of the old-fashioned coaches? All of them. That's going to be quite realistic, isn't it? I mean, in real life, she would haul rakes of, 8 or 10, maybe even 12 coaches. So what if I put on a load of coaches? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back. I've put loads of coaches on. Here are just 2 of them. They are the Heart of Midlothian British Rail Mark 1 coaches. And they're just going to couple up to the rest of the coaches, just out of shot. There we go. So, let's take the camera, well, I don't need to take it off its little fancy tripod, I can just lift it off the ground. Here we go. So there's our beautiful 9F, the Evening Star. Oh, she's beautiful. Okay, and then 5 Dapol Megaboxes full of garden stones. And then we've got 6, is it 6? Yeah, I think 6 Heart of Midlothian coaches, the Hornby Mark 1s. And then, just behind where the Lego station is being built, we've got my favourites, the Bachmann Mark 1s in BR blue and grey, with the tiny little, well, where there should be a blinking little lamp on the back. It's not blinking yet, but I will do that one day, because that will be awesome. Okay, so let's get a shot of this then. It's one very, very big passenger train with a rather bizarre addition of some mega boxes in EWS at the front. So not your typical train. I must admit I don't see this running through Crewe very often. But it's a very, very, very good test for the locomotive. However, I have stopped her on a bend, haven't I? Which isn't going to help her. So I'm going to manually push her back into the straight here, and then we'll get her going from the straight. So watch out for some wheel spin. Okay, this is it. 5 huge Dapol Megaboxes, 6 Heart of Midlothian coaches, and then 5 British Rail Mark 1 coaches. Okay, that's quite a train, and that's quite a lot of weight as well. It's covering, from here all the way around, it's taking up at least 50% of the layout. Well, the temporary conservatory one. I would run this around the big layout, but I can't do that yet. So you'll just have to bear with me. I think she's good to go. I'm expecting to see a lot of wheel spin. I really am. But I think she can do it. I honestly think she can do it. I hope she can do it. Okay, baby. Take it away. Oh no, she cut out on the points. Oh, these flaming... Actually, it's not an express point she cut out on. She cut out on a pico point. Okay, let's push her back a little bit further, because she was just about getting going then, wasn't she? Let's gently, gently push her right back and give her more chance to get going so that she can get over the points okay. She cut out on... Actually, no, tell a lie, it is the express points, which would explain why she cut out, because the express points have a gigantic dead zone. They are clean though, so hopefully, second time lucky. Okay, go. Yeah, you can do it. Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Ooh, just made it around the bend. She's struggling now. Oh, look, just look at that linkage. Look how hard she's trying. No, she can't do it. She can't do it. She's maxed out. We've maxed her out already. She can't cope with these huge 5 mega boxes. All of those coaches and all of those coaches. It's just too much. She can't do it. But she did very well for a model that's, well, it only cost me £65. And actually, because I bought loads from the shop, I got a tenner off. So she was basically 55 quid. And I think for 55 quid, she's done very, very well. Let's see what she can pull though. So let's take off these mega boxes. Well, I won't take all of them off. Let's take these off first. We'll take off 2 mega boxes and see if she can cope with that. Okay, so we've got a gap in the train now. 2 Dapol Megaboxes have been removed. There they are. They really are heavy. To give you an idea of like their sort of weight, basically if you pick up like a bag of granulated sugar or something, that's more or less how heavy they are. That it is heavy, so she was doing very well. But if you just want to back up for us now, love, Tar. That's it, back up onto the rest of the train. Let's see if you can cope with 3. Okay, I'm pretty sure she should be able to cope with 3 and all those coaches. I hope so anyway. There's one way to find out. Take it away. She's actually going uphill. Oh, she's struggling. No, she can't do it. Oh, no, she can. She's trying. No, she's stopped. She's completely stopped. So she can't even cope with 3. Oh dear, I don't know. It's still impressive, but yeah, she's going uphill. The bottom end of the conservatory is actually higher than the end down here. Not by much, but it is higher. So she's struggling to get going, isn't she? That's where the problem is. Well, to be honest, she's pretty similar to the Black 5. We had to have just 2 mega boxes on for the Black 5. So let's take another mega box off and see if she can cope with that. Okay, so another mega box has come off. Let's just get her to reverse onto the other one. Okay, I think it's coupled up. It's hard to tell with these couplings. They're not very reliable, really. Plus, they're tiny ones. Are they NEM? Are they NEM? Yes, they're NEM. Yeah, they're slimline NEM tension locks. So they're quite fiddly. Anyway, let's see if she can go. Let's see if she can cope with that. Yes. Yeah, she's managed it. Go on. Open her up. Oh yeah. That's made a hell of a difference. So there we have it. The Evening Star, the Hornby Railroad Evening Star. Her limit seems to be about 2 megaboxes and 11 coaches. Well, personally, I think she did really well. I do. I think considering she was only £55 and she is a Hornby Railroad model, I think she's done incredibly well, and I'm dead proud of her. There's no way I would expect her to pull anything that heavy on the new layout. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that performance. Not bad at all. I wonder how strong Percy is.